Hi guys, I'm Tosh. Today I'm gonna try to convert the semi from Carmageddon 2 into Carmageddon 1. I'm gonna try to make it as quick as possible. This will be quick and dirty. Um, Apologies for my poor English, which is less than subpar. Um, so I'm gonna try by simply compiling the needed files from Carmageddon 2 to Carmageddon 1, the act, dat, and mat files. So and we okay, here's the semi. I'm just copying the act file to the actors folder, dat to the models folder, there, and mat to the materials folder. Okay. Now we have a look at the textures. The first thing we can see here is that there is a bit too many of them. So there are 37 in this folder. The car actually uses a bit more than that. Some for the engine. They are shared between cars and they are stored in the reg folders right here. We see them here. I'm just not gonna bother with them at the moment. It's not a problem if Carmageddon 1 can't find a texture, one texture or two or more. So I will just copy the whole folder elsewhere. Here. We can remove these as they are for the simple model. And the very small one here is actually a placeholder for the bigger texture with this one. So I'm just gonna switch the file names here. And this is for the funk when the light is lit, and this is the smash. Alright. Now I'm gonna convert them into 8-bit bitmap file. English is difficult. So I take one. I will also not bother with a proper pixel art conversion. This is just straight to the Carmageddon 1 palette conversion. Okay, this is the right palette. Alright. Oh, I'm gonna record a script. New one. Save as bitmap. Alright. Okay. And close. Alright. I create. So yeah. There is too many textures, as I said. So we're gonna split it into two different pix packs and two different mat files. I'll come back to this later. So I create two subfolders A and B. I'm already moving this one there, moving this one as it's done, and I run maybe I can do test 3 files have transparency, so I'll just quickly apply a pink color instead of transparency to keep it. Right. Alright, one. Two. Entry. Carmageddon 1 doesn't use alpha maps. It uses the pink color there, or actually in color index 1 in its palette. We usually set it to pink. Okay, I can run the script now. Yes, okay. Okay. Is it done? I sort them by file type. Yes, okay. There are 29 of them, so I take 14 there. Half of the textures goes in one folder and the other half in the other folder. Yeah. Now I'm gonna use tricks to convert the files into pixies and pack them. There, copy it. I hit 3 to build Carmageddon 1 pix file from input folder. Enter. Alright. Same with the other folder. I copy the pix packs to Carmageddon 1 pixel map folder. And I'm gonna have to split the mat file into two. This is not always a needed step because some cars have less materials and textures, but here we really have to split it in two. So I'm gonna duplicate it again, semi to A and semi to B, and exit them. gonna go around the middle. What the hell? Yeah. I'm gonna stop right before MS step. So you see, each material entry starts with this word right there. Or is it a double word? I don't remember. A double word, I think. Well, you see 3C right there, or that bracket there. You just have to count 3 null bytes before the start of the to find the start of the entry. Select from there, and I just get it out. Here I'll just remove everything and paste what I cut. So there. Another very important step is to append .pix at the end of each texture file name in each entry. So I'm highlighting a single entry. This is the first material entry in this material file. The first word we see right here, I'm gonna here. This is the material identifier, and the second word is actually the texture file name, and we need to add .pix at the end of the file name. Like this, and we do it for every entry. Sometimes the material identifier and the file name don't match. It doesn't matter. You always have to append .pix at the end of the second file name if you want. Without it, the game can find the texture. Yeah, same thing for the other half. We see here the textures for the engine, and as I said earlier, I didn't include them in the PixPack, and it doesn't really matter because we won't see the engine in game anyway. While I'm at it, this is not the proper way to convert a car. It should be imported in 3ds Max and set up properly for Carmageddon 1, removing the interior, stuff like that, and then exporting properly again for Carmageddon 1. This is just a kind of hack. I hope I didn't do any mistake. So there, where are we? Pixies are there. Well, we just have to duplicate an existing. This is the previous attempt. We just have to duplicate an existing car, and I'm gonna use the semi from Splatpak. There, I rename it to semi2, and edit the text file to match the Carmageddon 2 car. So the first thing to do is edit the first line. It has to match its own file name. So there it's semi2.txt. The rest we just don't care at this moment. All we want is to get it running in game. It doesn't have to have proper physics or actually move. We just want the game to be able to load it, models, materials, and pixel maps. Okay. So we see, for example, right here, all the grooves, and some of them, the two middle wheels, they won't be able to work because they don't have the proper identifier. We'll change that later, and it's not a problem because if the game can find the groove, it just disregard it, so it's okay. It won't crash. However, we have to change the crash data. We see here the long list of numbers. Either the game could crash or turn the add-on into spaghettis if we don't change it. So I'm gonna copy a set of static crash data from another car, like this one. There, it's much shorter. Alright. So you just select the whole list. Whole list, and there. This line right here, that's the softness factor of the complex model. So if you want to make it tougher, you make the value smaller. Yeah, so 1 for example, it will be very tough. Make it set it to 1.7, and it will be a normal softness factor. We'll just keep 3, so it's alright. It's a semi. Alright. We'll change all this after we tested the car in game. Just making it a bit more readable. So we have to load the files we just converted. Pixies there. Okay. Here. Materials. For the pixel map packs and the materials, there are 3 sets of them. This is because the game can run in 3 modes: low memory modes, normal, and high resolution. So each mode can be customized with a different set of pixel map packs and materials. We don't really care about this because we always run the game in high res. Okay. Oh, we made 2 packs and 2 materials, so we need to actually load them both. A and B, if you remember. I almost didn't. Yeah. Okay. Now the models. As we didn't prepare a simple model, no bonnet or hood model, we're just gonna leave them alone here, these 2, and we will just change the complex model, this one, to semi2.dat Same for the actors, just this one. So yeah, the first one is the simple model, the model which appears in the distance, and the third one is the bonnet model. Okay, I think we're all set to have a quick little try in game. So I'm gonna hijack an existing car entry in opponent.txt, big dump for example, the semi2. So you see I'm just really changing the text file it tries to load, and this will be enough for now. All I want is to get it in game and running. Yeah, alright. So yeah, the game didn't crash apparently, so everything seems to be in order. I'm pretty sure the car won't move, but that's to be expected. Let's see. Okay, so it's pretty much what I was expecting. The transparency is okay, the car loads, but the windows, that's normal. So there. Okay, we'll try to make it move now. And for this, I will open the Carmageddon 2 text file to fetch some info. Hello. First thing first. While we are at it, we can check the grooves. Yeah. Here we have the correct identifiers for both middle wheels. It's high R wheel and high RL wheel. I'm just gonna change that there. There. Now both wheels should work. So I will grab the wheel coordinates from the other text file and copy them here. That should be enough. Same for the center of mass and the angular momentum calculation here. For the bounding box here, this will be a little different. First copying the other coordinates. Center of mass. Yay. Angular momentum proportions. There. The wheel positions. Which one was it? Where? Here. Right. There. Then left. Front left. And front right. Okay, bounding box. This can be annoying. We see this one, the one from the semi MK1 is kinda complex. I'll just remove the additional points and we'll create a simple one from the coordinates from the Carmageddon 2 one. So I'm gonna take the minimal y. So yes, I'm gonna draw you something. This is x, y, and z. Y is up, down, x is left and right, z is front and back. Just so you know. So I'm gonna take the minimal y and place it there. It's actually written right there. The first line must be the minimal x, y and z of the bounding box, and the second line is the max x, y and z. And this is what I'm gonna take from the other bounding box. It won't be perfect, but it will be enough to get the car moving in game. Carmageddon 1 uses the coordinates to place the whole model actor on its four wheels and in the world. Now I'm gonna take the max one. I think it's a bit too high. It must be the chimneys, but it's not very important. We could simply change them later, but I won't go further in this video. Left and right now. This is max. This is max x and min x there, and now z minimal z, which is front actually, and max z. It's a bit too much again, but it's not okay. I think this is alright. The wheel diameters, I don't change them here because I feel like they may be good enough. It's up to you, really. Alright, let's test in game. Cutting the sound, it's too loud. Let's see. I thought I cut the sound. It seems better. It does work. Oh, second set of wheel doesn't work properly. Huh. Strange. I wonder how that's possible actually. Yeah, that's weird. Weird. So you can see this is a very basic convention. There's no cockpit or anything, but that's a start. Let's see for the second set of wheel. Maybe the groove there. No. What the hell? That's strange. have no idea what it would spin like that. Let's see in Plaything. Yeah, you won't find it. Okay. The middle wheels aren't set at the origin. This is why this is them. I don't understand why it works actually in Carmageddon 2. But alright. Just max. No. Yeah, this one. I'm zooming in to get the most precise coordinates right here, there. And now I just copy them. I actually only need, I think, yeah, Y and Z. Here. I'm missing one and Z. Okay, let's try again. And done. Alright. Eat shit. So there, I'm done with this video. Of course, once this is done, you can go further and make visuals for the menus, the cockpits, and additional models for the simple model and bonnet model, stuff like that.